Hey, what's up everybody? So it's been a while since I made a YouTube video. I think the last video I did was when my billet specialty wheels came in for that white OBS I had, the Ford. That one's gone. I got rid of it last year, like in November. But I'm gonna show you guys my latest build and what I've been working on. All right, so this is my 1990 GMC Sierra, single cab, step side. Got my little bed cover on there. You know I like my trucks with a bed cover. My exhaust done by Pedro's Muffler in Fort Worth. They do really good work. I always go to them for all my exhaust needs. Never ever disappointed me. I started this truck build in, I want to say, October of 2021. I finished it in February 2022. So what, October, November, December, January, February. It took about 5 months to finish the whole truck. It's a LS3 TH400 D1X Procharger combo. Show you guys what it looks like under the hood. It's a little dusty. I don't drive it much, but here it is. It's a 6.2 LS3 D1X blower. Put a lot of money into this truck just because everything is basically brand new. I got everything from Summit, well, mostly everything. Obviously the Procharger kit and the cam kit, a couple other small things I didn't get at Summit. So inside the truck, we're running Dakota Digital's dash, Dakota Digital everything basically. I got all my modules in here. This all needs to get cleaned up, I know. But that's Dakota Digital's VHX box that controls the dash. Their BIM for my OBD2 readings. That is my gear shifter indicator for my TH400. That over there is my transmission temperature. And that down here is my GPS tracking so my speedo can work. So on the TH400, they don't have a speed signal, or a speed sensor is what I meant. So a lot of the guys that run TH400s, their speedometer's dead or they don't work. Unless you have, like on the 5.0s, I think their speed sensors are on the wheels. So your speedometer would work. But on most LS's, the speed sensor is on the transmission. So when you go TH400, your speedometer usually doesn't work because, you know, the TH400 doesn't have a speed sensor. So what I did is I got Dakota Digital's GPS module. That little thing is basically just a tracker, and it sends a signal to the sky, the satellite's somewhere up there, and it tracks how fast you're going, so your speedometer will work. You just calibrate that when you install everything. And that's how I have my speedo working. So yes, when I built this truck, I really wanted everything to work as far as my dash cluster and all my gauges. I wanted AC. I wanted a lot of stuff to work as if it wasn't swapped. So I think that's why it was kind of expensive, and I spent, you know, more money than I thought I was gonna spend. Not to mention a lot of trial and error. You know, I went through like 4 sets of spark plugs before I was even able to, you know, turn the truck on and actually have it running. So, you know, buying wrong size belts and buying, you know, sensors that didn't work and buying hoses and, you know, just trial and error type stuff. So what it cost me to build this truck doesn't mean that it will cost you to build a similar truck. You know, you can spend a little more, you might spend a little less, but this is what I invested in the truck. I got a stack of receipts here on my seat that you can see. I basically got receipts for everything, and I honestly didn't think it was as much as it is. I always told everybody I'm about 30 in the truck, you know, that's what I think. And no, I'm not. I am, let me check, I wrote it down. Yeah, so I am $43,092 in this truck. That is including the truck itself and everything that's been dumped into it. I didn't think it was that much, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not a professional. I've never claimed to be. I'm just a dude in my garage that likes to, you know, put stuff together and build stuff. I don't own a performance shop. I'm not a professional at all. So like I said before, there's a lot of trial and error going on when I built this truck. So that could play in a very, very big factor in as to why it cost me so much money to build. But that's what it is. I'm gonna show you guys a startup clip, just so you guys can hear how it sounds and all that good stuff. So yes, all my gauges work. The gear shifter indicator working, that I told you guys that I bought from Dakota Digital. So here it's in drive, which is third gear. That's second. That's first. That's neutral. Then it goes into reverse. There's reverse again, and park. So yeah, everything on the cluster works as it should. This is my electric water pump. So here it's kind of barely getting into temperature, but yes, you turn on your electric water pump. This is for my trans brake. I got my trans brake button here. It won't work unless this is flipped on. This is for my engine oil cooler, and this is for my trans cooler. AC works, you know, just like OEM. Blows super cold. Got my radio, whatever. But yeah, so that's basically the inside of this truck. Show you guys the outside, how it sounds. I do have the big red race blowout valve. Let me show you guys how my exhaust sounds. I love the way this truck sounds. So it's not super loud. I obviously wanted it kind of muffled down. That's why I went with dual MagnaFlow mufflers. But I love the way it sounds. I do have the battery relocated to the back of the bed. You guys can kind of hear my fans kick on back here. Fan is on full speed. That's my engine oil cooler, and my trans cooler is up here in the front. Both fans are working as well. So, you know, you guys are probably trying to calculate, how did it cost you $43,000 to build this truck? This is whatever. So just to give you guys a quick breakdown of the most expensive things, I guess, that are on the truck. The truck itself, I bought the truck for $10,000. If that's high or low for you, you know, that's how much I paid for the truck. My Procharger kit was, let's see here, $6,888. And then I needed brackets because they just wasn't lining up. I don't know, but I bought $1,689 worth of brackets after the Procharger kit. My BTR cam kit was $1,127. So this together already puts me at what is it? 6, 7, 8, 9. So this already puts me like about $20,000. Then I got the TH400. It's a FTI stage 4.5 from Summit Racing. I want to say it was like around 2,700 bucks. My converter I got from, I have the receipt for that as well. I forgot the name of the shop here in Dallas, but it's a very, very good shop. Well, I got recommended to them. This is the first time I use them, and I'm not, you know, I have zero complaints as far as my converter. It is race unit info. Oh, this is it. Hold on, sorry guys. I should have okay. LS3 TH400 street strip. That's a 3600 to 4000 stock converter. I got a BTR flex plate adapter, trans brake, yes. Oh, this is just the build sheet, so it doesn't say how much it was, but man, I know I have the receipt somewhere in here, but it was about $1,000. It's like, I don't think it was more than 1,000. Oh, look, found it. Performance Torque Converters of Texas, $1,055.25. Then I have a whole bunch of Summit receipts here. This is a, what is this? Procharged Race Big Red Blow Valve Flange. Oh yeah, so I had to buy a new flange because I welded it on my intercooler, and my intercooler is aluminum, and the flange that I got was steel, so I couldn't weld my steel flange to my aluminum intercooler, so I had to order an aluminum flange. But yeah, let's see, what is this? This is my AC hoses, because I really wanted AC, so I had to get custom AC hoses made. This is my torque converter. This is just one receipt from Summit. Let's see, what did I buy? Thermostat sandwich, Electra Cool remote, and 10 AN to 6 AN adapter fittings. I spent $520. $520 on like 5 parts. Let's look at another one. Bell housing bolt kit, transmission mount, transmission fluid, $190. I bought 3 things this trip. Auto trans shifter lever, $421. 180-degree tubing, aluminum tubing, fittings, tube adapter, $105. Earl 6 AN to 6 AN fittings, Earl tube to Tufts S seal. These are just a whole bunch of AN fittings, $170. What is this? Hose fittings, 6 AN to 6 AN, tube to stuff, 6 AN. These are just a whole bunch of fittings that I bought. $211. Every single Summit trip I was taking, I was spending over $100 for sure. $400 or $500 each trip, $600. 90-degree elbow. 6 AN 45-degree black fitting, braided hose. I bought a relay, electric fan accessories, oil adapter, and another 6 AN flare fitting. Total $612. I'm telling you, dude, everything I bought was so expensive for this truck, it was ridiculous. Trunk mounted battery, hose coupler, 4 1/4 to 3-inch coupler, $191. This was just tubing, $30 in tubing, $46 for a coupler. Oh look, here's my Mazir electric water pump, $842 for a water pump. What is this? 90-degree swivel and 8 AN nut to 6 AN hose pro. $134. Dual row remote cooler, $283. Look, I'm not even like, there's still a lot more. Like, this is, yeah, you guys get the point. When I went to Summit, I was going to Summit about every single day for like 4 months straight, and every single day, if I had an average, I was spending about $400 every single day on just random parts to make this truck work. Like I said, a lot of trial and error went into this truck, so that's why I said earlier that just because it cost me this much to build this truck does not mean it'll cost you to build a similar truck. Might cost you more, might cost you less. At the end of the day, I saved a lot of money because I did everything myself. So I saved myself a lot of labor cost in this truck. So that's, you know, that's kind of like the bright side of things, I guess. Honestly, if I was to keep the truck, I would still dump another, I want to say like $10,000 or $12,000 into it. All stock suspension. Obviously, I don't have a drag setup. The trans cooler that I'm running right now is a little small. It works. I mean, I drove it all the way to Houston with this trans cooler, but honestly, what I was thinking is taking this one off and maybe cutting from here down all the way across here and here, and putting a much larger transmission cooler, just to help with this Texas heat, because, you know, we haven't even got to the 100-degree days, but, you know, it's better to have a big trans cooler. So I would do that for sure. I would put about $5,000 to $6,000 in a 4-link suspension back here. And then a whole drag setup probably run you about $4,000 or $5,000 too. So that's what I mean when I say that if I was to keep this truck, I would still dump another $10,000, $12,000 into it. So a lot of people were like, oh, you can't daily drive a TH400 and da-da-da-da-da. You can't drive it on the highway. Like, you can drive it on the highway and you can daily drive this. Oh man, these streets are really, really bad. So I'm probably not even gonna go that fast here. But yeah, don't be scared to daily drive a TH400 on the street or on the highway. Like, it's doable. Are you gonna enjoy it? Probably not, but it's doable. Like, it's kind of inconvenient and like, well, okay, I don't want to discourage you guys too much, but it's doable. That's the point. Yeah, this thing just spins the tires like there's no tomorrow. So, show you guys. Once I get off this like really crappy street, sorry, I picked the worst street to kind of show you guys a driving POV. So let me start this video when I get a little bit better street. 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys what it's like to drive a TH400 on the street and at highway speeds. I'm not gonna get on the highway right now just because there's probably gonna be a little bit of traffic and I don't want to spend too much time. But down this street, I'm gonna be able to get up to highway speeds, so you guys will kind of see what RPM I'm at and how the truck feels. Well, not how it feels, but how it looks like it feels, I guess. All right, look, green light, let's go. So right here, I'm about 20 miles an hour, 2,500 RPMs. Shift to second gear. Now we're in second gear. Right now I am about 40 miles an hour, 2,600 RPMs. Go to third gear, and we're getting a red light, so I'm gonna come to a stop. Come on, man, turn green. All right, green, here we go. This is second gear. And that's third gear. Okay, so let me slow down right here. This is about 65, 70 miles an hour, and I'm right under 3,000 RPMs. I'm about 28, yeah, about 2,800 RPMs. So this is kind of what you'd be driving on the highway. You know, maybe a little bit faster, but I drove all the way to Houston with this TH400 setup, and it was perfectly fine. I went down to Texas 2K, drove it all weekend. I went out, I drove it all the way back, no issues at all. So that's the main reason I'm saying, you know, don't be scared to drive a TH400. Or if you're thinking about swapping a TH400 into your car and you're like, oh, but the drivability, you know, I've heard people say yada yada yada, like, just do it. Stop being a and just do it. So yeah, as you guys can see, completely drivable, and you know, and like I said, it's doable. Are you gonna enjoy it? I don't know, but it's doable. Like this first gear, second gear, third gear, and we're rolling. Yeah, that kind of concludes my, you know, YouTube video. I didn't go like really in depth of everything that's done to the truck, but for the most part, it's an LS3 with a TH400 and a D1X blower. Has a cam, you know, it got a fuel system, converter, long tube headers, high ram intake. What you see is basically what it's done to it. And all the other seats are basically just like hoses and fittings and, you know, adapters and belts and, you know, gauges, fluids, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna look at my Instagram comments, because I did make a post on how much you guys think I'm in this truck. There's a lot of good guesses on there, actually. I don't know if anyone was super close, but I'm about to check, and I told the winner I'd give him $100. So there's a lot of guesses that were just way up. I think there was one that said like, oh, you're in like $15,000 into the truck. Like, now, oh look, there's a cop sitting on this hill. I mean, this truck's registered, it got insurance. I'm not worried about it. What was I saying? What was that? Oh yeah, about the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna go look and see who was the closest. I don't think anybody got it like right on the dot, but whoever's the closest, you know, I'll message them and I'll give them $100. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I don't know, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys got to do.